You missed some important news from the LGBTQ plus community this week. To ensure you are current, we are recapping that important news. Here's what you may have missed.
Let's queer up the courts. Federal court rules Texas business can deny LGBTQ plus people jobs over religious beliefs. A Christian-owned wellness center, Braidwood, is exempted from the federal law prohibiting employers from discriminating on the basis of sexual orientation and gender identity, a federal appeals court ruled last week. The unanimous three-judge panel of the New Orleans-based 5th U.S. Circuit Court of Appeals found that Braidwood management cannot be sued by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission over its policy that employees who engage in homosexual or gender nonconforming conduct will be fired. Circuit Judge Jerry Smith wrote for the majority that without the shield, the company would be forced to comply wholeheartedly with the policy it sees as sinful, upholding a ruling by U.S. District Judge Reed O'Connor in Fort Worth. However, the court reversed O'Connor's ruling that Braidwood could bring the case as a class action on behalf of other religious businesses. That means the exemption now only applies directly to Braidwood. All three judges were appointed by Republican presidents. Braidwood sued the EEOC after the agency updated its enforcement guidance in 2021, saying bias against gay and transgender workers is a form of unlawful sex discrimination under Title VII of the Civil Rights Act of 1964. The company is suing the Biden administration over the Affordable Care Act's requirements separately.
We're going to queer up sports. Hey, this is like a feel-good story. Okay, the crowd. I used to be an athlete, so this kind of makes me laugh. The crowd goes wild for out pro wrestler Anthony Bowens, shouting, "He's gay!"
Taken.
Did you just say that you think I'm into you?
Duh.
Very, very serious question. Did you get kicked too many times in the head by a kangaroo when you were a kid? Because I don't know if you can see my gear here, lady. I'm gay.
And he's taken.
Yes.
Crowd loves it.
All right, enough with this.
Out wrestler Anthony Bowens got a Pride Month surprise when the crowd started chanting, "He's gay!" repeatedly at a match after a female reporter made a ridiculous blunder. She told him that she could tell he was into her. In a tweet sent after the match, Bowens celebrated the moment, saying he would not have believed if anyone had told him years ago that his arena would be chanting, "He's gay," to support him. He said, quote, "It's pretty cool to see how far we've come. Still, more work to do. Happy Pride," end quote. Bowens is currently one of the most popular people in wrestling and made history as the first out gay wrestler to become an all-elite wrestling champion. Under the team name, The Acclaimed, Bowens and his wrestling partner, Max Caster, won AEW's Tag Team Championship in 2022. So when the duo took to the ring for the AEW Rampage, QTV reporter Harley Cameron's statement was obviously uninformed. In an exciting update, The Acclaimed has officially confirmed its inclusion in the upcoming AEW Fight Forever video game. This came after a lot of fans were worried that Anthony Bowens and Max Caster would be left out.
Let's queer up the USA View. First Lady Joe Biden tells Nashville Pride, "You are loved."
Plus community.
To celebrate the beauty and the resilience of this community. Today, I'm here on behalf of Joe, my husband, Kamala and Doug, to say loud and clear that you belong, that you are beautiful, that you are loved.
First Lady Jill Biden attended the Nashville Pride festivities Saturday to speak, sending a message from her husband, President Joe Biden, and her that they stand with the LGBTQ+ community in Nashville. The First Lady spoke on the Equality main stage at the festival, which is fitting for the message she shared. She said there are those who wish to undo the progress the LGBTQ+ community has made, referring to the multiple bills state Republican lawmakers proposed this last legislative session, such as the anti-drag bill, which was deemed unconstitutional by a Tennessee federal judge at the beginning of the month, just in time for Pride. Dr. Jill Biden said that even though there are battles the community still has to face, this weekend is about joy and celebrating the beauty and resilience of the community. Her stop at Pride was brief before heading to another private political event in the area to speak. Mayor John Cooper accompanied her. Prior to their visit, barricades were placed near the stage to limit the crowd size, but Biden's message was loud and clear.
Next, let's queer up courts. Federal courts defy DeSantis for the third time in a month by blocking drag ban. A federal court blocked Florida's new drag show law, ruling the state's effort to bar children from attending adult live performances is overly vague and likely unconstitutional. The third time this month that federal courts have enjoined laws backed by Florida Governor Ron Desantis that concern gender or LGBTQ+ matters. In all three cases, the issues supported by DeSantis, a Republican presidential candidate, lost because the laws appear to infringe on people's constitutional rights. The U.S. District Judge Gregory Presnell of the Middle District of Florida granted an injunction preventing the state from enforcing a law that bans minors from attending obscene live performances, calling it too broad. The judge refused to dismiss the law entirely, meaning the underlying lawsuit challenging it will go forward. The governor's office said the judge was dead wrong and predicted the state would win on appeal. Last week, another judge struck down a Florida rule and a statute that banned state Medicaid payments for transgender health care. That same judge, on June 6th, partially blocked Florida from enforcing its recent ban on people under 18 receiving gender-affirming care such as puberty blockers and hormone therapy. In both of those cases, U.S. District Judge Robert Hinkle of the Northern District of Florida cited the 14th Amendment guarantees of equal protection under the law.
Let's queer up gay culture. NBA Hall of Famer Dennis Rodman attends Houston Pride in a skirt, claps back at critics. Basketball Hall of Famer Dennis Rodman made an appearance at a Pride parade in Houston on Sunday and posted a picture of himself greeting parade goers while wearing a skirt and a hat. However, Rodman received several negative comments on the post, and as the remarks piled up, he posted a message on his Instagram stories addressing the haters. The story included a collage showing various pictures of Rodman during the prime of his NBA career, wearing a wedding dress and other outfits that were deemed controversial. On the top of the collage was written, quote, "Do your research, guys. Hashtag been him," end quote.
Keep watching the only television news in the world from our LGBTQ+ community and stay informed on everything that is important for and about our diverse LGBTQ+ community.